The Russians are carefully preparing for an assault in the wooded area. They spot a Ukrainian drone and try to shoot it down with small arms fire. A Russian infantryman makes a desperate attempt to bring down the FPV drone. It doesn't save him, and the quadricopter eliminates the enemy. But that's just the beginning. Want to know what happened next? Watch our new video through the eyes of the drone operators as we show how the Ukrainian military repels Russian attacks and punishes the enemy. Ukrainian drone operators pinpointed where the occupiers were hiding, and they swiftly gave the Russians a clear lesson on why invading Ukraine was a grave mistake. Several precise strikes by FPV drones, along with targeted bomb drops, significantly reduced enemy personnel. This footage shows enemy infantry moving through wooded terrain. This group of Russian soldiers did not manage to escape far. Although the distance was more significant, the Ukrainian military caught up with them. The Russians tried to use heavy equipment. Their tank began moving towards the Ukrainian positions. A few precise drone strikes turned the tank into a burning pile of scrap metal. The Russians ran out of the burning tank and tried to escape. Drone operators had a clear view of the situation and transmitted the coordinates to their comrades. Then artillery took over, striking enemy infantry with precision. A series of well-aimed shots and the invaders' unit was significantly reduced. Russian soldiers begin to evacuate from the damaged vehicle. It is obvious that it will not go any further. Immediately, the invaders flee the battlefield. Another destroyed Russian armored vehicle has been added to the collection of Ukrainian defenders. Ukrainian FPV drones are eliminating the enemy one by one. The open terrain plays into the hands of Ukrainian drone operators. Ukrainian artillery also helps destroy the enemy. One Russian decided to hide behind previously burned equipment. He was trying to do something near the water, but not for long. The FPV drones swiftly neutralized the enemy. Minus one more Russian invader. The unfortunate Russian bikers spearheaded the assault, followed by troops in Chinese-made buggies. Ukrainian drones immediately got to work. A few accurate hits and the bikers no longer think about attacking. We see the result. The motorcycles are lying around and the attempted attack is repelled. Next came the occupiers in buggies. A few FPV drone strikes and bomb drops, and the Russians are no longer eager to think about moving forward. Russian APCs were spotted. They suffered the same fate as their comrades. One of the APCs was hit.
Пішов постріл.
We see the Russians jumping out of the moving vehicle. Just another heap of burning scrap metal. The second APC was parked near the destroyed houses. Again, not for long. The FPV drone attacks and blows up the vehicle. The Ukrainian tank of the Azov Brigade decided to make sure that the Russian equipment was destroyed and fired a control shot. The drone operator spotted Russians hiding among the ruined buildings. Several bombs were immediately dropped in their direction. We see one Russian hiding inside the house, but no one escapes the watchful eyes of Ukrainian drone operators. The area was immediately attacked. Control and tallying of eliminated invaders. The Russian attack was successfully repelled. Night attacks have their own specifics. However, the Rubizh Brigade feels confident even in complete darkness. Meanwhile, the Russians believe that they have a better chance of breaking through to Ukrainian positions at night. Well, here's another proof that they are wrong. Drone operators spotted the Russians and began dropping bombs to neutralize them. The thermal sight allows you to see all the Russians' movements, so the bombs reach their targets one after another. Drone operators vigilantly track even the smallest movements of the enemy, deploying additional drones when necessary to ensure complete elimination. The UAV operators of the 4th Battalion of the Operational Purpose, Freedom Force, are ready for any development of events, day or night. And this is just one more example of their readiness. And this is the work of the 113th Separate Territorial Defense Brigade of the strike drone company Sky Riders in the Volchansk direction. Drone operators noticed a concentration of Russian troops. One of the vehicles drove into open terrain and was immediately attacked. The Russian soldiers ran out of the vehicle and began to flee. They decided to hide in the forest, but Ukrainian drone operators know exactly what to do in such cases. Every movement of the Russians was tracked, and therefore the drones flew to attack them with bombs. One by one, the drones began to eliminate the occupiers. One of the drones confirmed there were no remaining personnel inside the disabled vehicle and destroyed it entirely. All the movements of Russians were monitored by the drone operators, and the outcome speaks for itself. In total, 5 enemy vehicles and 11 occupiers were destroyed. The Russians are trying to use every opportunity to achieve their goals. This time, they tried to take advantage of the weather conditions and launched an iron avalanche on the Ukrainian positions. The mechanized column eagerly sought to break through the Ukrainian defenses, but the Russians' plans were doomed from the start. Thanks to drone operators, Ukrainian reconnaissance remains effective under any conditions. They notice the enemy in time and transmit the exact coordinates. Immediately, precise fire missions targeted the occupiers. Multiple vehicles were destroyed, reduced to nothing but scorched scrap metal. Ukrainian artillery worked accurately, stopping the enemy's breakthrough. FPV drones helped neutralize the enemy. For example, this biker had no chance against an attacking quadcopter. Thanks to bomb drops from drones, some of the enemy equipment was also neutralized. And several more drone strikes that finish off the remnants of the Russian column. As a result, 3 tanks, 11 infantry fighting vehicles, 1 car, 1 motorcycle, and 58 soldiers were destroyed. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss even more content straight from the battlefield.